Um, Thanks. I'm here to tell you a little bit about a story I have. In 2000, my daughter, Kristen, was diagnosed with a brain tumor. That's when cancer first came into my life. It was diagnosed as stage 4 glioblastoma multiforme. And although she was only 13 at the time, Kristen was given a year to live. We were told that treatment would make no difference in her outcome, but we opted to try anyway. Kristen started with surgery, then chemo and radiation treatments. The treatments left her very frail and legally blind, but she was alive. Kristen lived in Kelowna and traveled to a children's hospital for treatments. I commuted from Quesnel, but when I came home, I felt alone. I was searching for support and through a friend was introduced to Michelle, who had just gone through a similar situation with her son Jared. That's when cancer came into my life again. When we were introduced, Jared was approximately a year into his journey with cancer, having already been through brain surgery, chemo, and radiation with his resulting side effects. Their insight was very, very helpful to me. At her 6-month checkup, Kristen's tumor had not grown anymore. We were all shocked and very happy. We were adapting to a new life with cancer in it, and all that brought something we'd never imagined we'd be going through. Her next checkup showed the tumor was still not growing, and we were beginning to have hope. Even though there were numerous medical appointments and checkups for various issues in Kristen's life, seemed to be getting back to some sort of normal. She was back to school and trying to adjust to her new reality. Every six months, the checkups on the tumor showed no change, and we were past the first year deadline. But the doctors never used the word remission. Throughout these difficult times, Michelle and I continued our support of each other, and our friendship grew. We shared the ups and downs of having a child with cancer and the changes in the lives of the siblings and our families that results. Both Kristen and Jared graduated high school and went on to some post-secondary education. And somewhere along the way, things changed for us too. Michelle and I have now been married for 8 years and continue to share the ups and downs of life. In 2012, Kristen's yearly checkup, there was a change. The tumor was growing and brain surgery was recommended. We knew this was bad, but her fighting spirit, she's again survived the surgery, and we held out hope. 6 months later, the tumor was growing again, and in the spring of 2013, she underwent another brain surgery. She vowed that would be her last. In the fall of 2013, Kristen started to fail and ended up in the hospital just before Christmas. By January of 2014, she was in palliative care, and in February, she lost her battle with cancer. We hold close the fact that only given a year to live when diagnosed. And even though she faced with incredible challenges, Kristen lived her life on her terms for another 13 years. While grateful for the extra time with her, there's never any doubt it was not enough. We have learned that sometimes life is unfair, and that all you are left with is to accept. We have made peace with it so as does not eat us alive, even though you may be fooled by that. and continued to look for ways to honor her memory. We also found each other and tell people that while cancer brought the greatest tragedy to our life, it has also brought us each a second chance at love. Jared is doing well and has gotten married and continues to move forward in his life. Michelle and I continue to support each other. As another way to honor Kristen's memory, I've taken on the challenge of the Cops for Cancer Tour de North bicycle ride. And this is a fundraiser for pediatric cancer and Camp Good Times, a camp that Kristen enjoyed going to many times. The challenge that I'm undertaking is an 800+ kilometer bike ride, which is a small thing compared to what Kristen went through. But I will be carrying her fighting spirit along with me. And when I feel that I'm getting tired, I will think of her and all that she went through. And I know that I can get through it too. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and participating in Relay for Life, as I know you all have your own stories. Thank you.